أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Section 7 Material Inspection 7.1 Journal. One of the duties of visual or welding inspector is material inspection, and there are a number of situations where this will be required. At the plate or pipe mill. During fabrication or construction of the material. After installation of material, usually during a planned maintenance program, outage or shutdown. A wide range of materials can be used in fabrication and welding and include but is not limited to, that is, steels, stainless steels, aluminum and its alloys, nickel and its alloys, copper and its alloys, titanium and its alloys, cast iron. These materials are all widely used in fabrication, welding and construction to meet the requirements of a diverse range of applications and industry sectors. There are three essential aspects to material inspection that the inspector should consider. Material type and weldability. Material traceability. Material condition and dimensions. 7.2 Material type and weldability. A welding inspector must understand and interpret the material designation to check compliance with relevant normative documents. For example, materials standards such as BSN, API is ASTM, the WPS purchase order, fabrication drawings, quality plan, contract specification and client requirements. A commonly used material standard for steel designation is BSN 10025-hot rolled products of non-alloy structural steels. A typical steel designation to this standard S355J2G3 would be classified as follows: S structural steels 355 minimum yield strength Newton per millimeter square at T less than or equal to 16 millimeter. J2 longitudinal Charpy 27 joules 20 degrees centigrade. G3 normalized or normalized rolled. Commonly used materials and the most of the alloys can be fusion welding using various welding processes in a wide range of thickness and where applicable diameters. Reference to other standards such as ISO 15608 welding guidelines for a metallic material grouping system and steel producer and welding consumables data books can also provide the inspector with guidance as to stability of a material and consumable type for a given application. 7.3 Alloying elements and their effects. Iron Fe, carbon C, strength, manganese Mn, toughness, silicon Si, less than 0.3% deoxidizer, aluminium Al, grain refiner less than 0.008% deoxidizer plus toughness, chromium Cr, corrosion resistance, molybdenum Mo 1% is for creep resistance, vanadium V, strength, nickel Ni, low temperature applications, copper Cu, used for weathering steels, cotton, sulfur S, residual element can cause hot shortness, phosphorus P, residual element can cause cold shortness, titanium Ti, grain refiner used as a micro alloying element, strength and toughness, niobium Nb, grain refiner used as a micro alloying element, strength and toughness. 7.4 Material traceability. Traceability is defined as the ability to trace the history, application or location of that which is under consideration. With a welded product, traceability may require the inspector to consider the following. Dot. Origin of both parent and filler materials. Dot. Processing history, for example before or after PWSD. Dot. Location of the product. This usually refers to a specific part or sub-assembly. To trace the history of material, reference must be made to the inspection document. BSN 10204 metallic products types of inspection document is the standard which provides guidelines on these types of document. According to BSN 10204, inspection document fall into two types. 7.4.1 non-specific inspection, carried out by the manufacturer in accordance with his own procedures to assess whether products defined by the same product specification and made by the same manufacturing process comply with the requirement of the order. Dot. Type 2.1 are document in which manufacturer declares that the products supplied comply with the requirements of the order without inclusion of test results. Dot. Type 2.2 are documents in which the manufacturer declares that the products supplied comply with the requirement of the order and includes test results based on non-specific inspection. 7.4.2 Specific inspection. Inspection carried out before delivery according to the product specification on the products to be supplied or test units of which the product supplied are part, to verify that these products comply with the requirements of the order. Dot. Type 3.1 are certificates in which the manufacturer declares that the products supplied comply with the requirements of the order and in which test results are supplied. Dot. Type 3.2 are certificates prepared by both the manufacturer or authorized inspection representative independent of the manufacturing department and either the purchaser authorized representative or the inspector designated by the official regulations and in which they declare that the products supplied comply with the requirements of the order and in which test results are supplied. Applications or location of a particular material can be carried out through a review of the WPS, fabrication drawings, quality plan, and or by physical inspection of the material at the point of use. In certain circumstances, inspector may have to witness the transfer of cast numbers from the original plate to pieces to be used in production. On pipework, it is requirement that the inspector records all the relevant information for each piece of line pipe. On large diameter pipes, this information is usually stenciled on the inside of the pipe. On smaller diameter pipes, it may be stenciled along the outside of the pipe. BSN 10204 Metallic materials. Summary of types of inspection documents. Non-specific inspection may be replaced by the specific inspection if specified in the material standard or the order. Inspection document type 2.1 Declaration of compliance with the order. Dot. Statement of compliance with the order. Dot. Validated by manufacturer. Inspection document type 2.2 Test report. Statement of the compliance with the order with indication of results of non-specific inspection. Validated by manufacturer. Specific inspection. Quality management system of the material manufacturer certified by a competent body established within the community and having undergone a specific assessment for materials. Inspection certificates. Type 3.1 Dot. Statement of the compliance with the order with indication of results of specific inspection. Dot. Validated by manufacturer authorized inspection representative independent of the manufacturing department. Inspection certificate type 3.2. Statement of the compliance with the order with indication of result of specific inspection. Validated by manufacturer authorized inspection representative independent of the manufacturing department and either the purchaser's authorized inspection representative or the inspector designated by the official regulations. 7.5 Material condition and dimensions. The condition of the material should have an adverse effect on the service life of the component, so is an important inspection point. The point of inspection must include following: general inspection, visible imperfection, dimension, surface condition. General inspection. This takes account of storage conditions, method of handling, number of plates or pipes, and distortion tolerances. Visible imperfections. Typical visible imperfections are usually attributable to the manufacturing process and include cold laps, which break the surface, or laminations if they appear at the edge of the plate. Ultrasonic testing using a compression probe may be required for laminations which may be present in the body of the material. Dimensions. For plates, this includes length, width, and thickness. For pipes, this includes length and wall thickness, and also inspection of diameter and ovality. At this stage of inspection, the material cost or heat number may be recorded for validation against the material certificate. Surface condition. The surface condition is important and must not show excessive mill scale or rust, be badly pitted, or have unacceptable mechanical damage. There are 4 grades of rusting which the inspector may have to consider. Figure 7.3. Rust grade A. Steel surface largely covered with adherent mill scale with little or no rust. Figure 7.4. Rust grade B. Steel surface which has begun to rust and from which mill scale has begun to flake. Figure 7.5. Rust grade C. Steel surface on which mill scale has rusted away or from which it can be scraped, slightly pitting visible under normal vision. Figure 7.6. Rust grade D. Steel surface on which mill scale has rusted away, general pitting visible under normal vision. 7.6 Summary. Material inspection is an important part of the inspector duties, and an understanding of the documentation involved is key to success. Material inspection must be approached in a logical and precise manner. If material verification and traceability are to be achieved, this can be difficult if the material is not readily accessible. Access may have to be provided, safety precautions observed, and authorization obtained from before material inspection can be carried out. The material plan should identify the level of inspection required and the point at which inspection takes place. A fabrication drawing should provide information on the type and location of the material. If material type cannot be determined from the inspection documents available, or the inspection document is missing, other methods of identifying the material may need to be used. These methods may include but are not limited to spark test, spectroscopic analysis, chemical analysis, scleroscope hardness test, etc. These types of tests are normally conducted by an approved test house, but sometimes on site, and the inspector may be required to witness them to verify compliance with the purchase order or appropriate standards. EN ISO 9000 Quality Management System - Fundamental Vocabulary.